Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and today the Houston Texans have signed wide receiver Johnny Johnson III and also cornerback Jacobi Francis to the practice squad. Johnny Johnson III, who has been really promising in both last preseasons for the Houston Texans. 2021, he had a game-winning touchdown against the New Orleans Saints in the first preseason game, and I think he had another touchdown as well in the preseason. I think he had a total of 2 touchdowns last preseason and was had just pulling off unbelievable stats last preseason in 2021. Then this preseason, in one of the games, he had 2. I can't remember which one. I think it was the Patriots game. He had 2 receptions for 26 yards. I think he had it was over 10 receiving yards in the final preseason game against the Saints the other day. I think it was 10 or 11 receiving yards that he had the other day. And he's been very promising for the Houston Texans throughout his time on the practice squad and in the preseason and in training camp as well. And I think it was no-brainer that the Houston Texans wanted to bring him back and put him on their practice squad if they ever need some help with the wide receiver, if there's some inactives or there are some potential injuries at the wide receiver position, because I feel like he's done a great job at that wide receiver position for the preseason, and he's played a couple of games for the Houston Texans in the regular season as well. But I don't think he has a lot of receptions in the regular season, maybe a couple. I'm excited to have him back on the practice squad. And Jacobi Francis is a solid corner as well. There was so much talent and depth at the secondary that there was no chance for him to make the roster, but I really liked what I saw from him in the preseason. And I didn't see much from him in training camp, but I heard he was doing really solid in training camp. Not great, but solid. And I liked what I saw from him in the preseason as well. So I'm glad to have both guys back, even though they're on the practice squad. I'm sure they'll get a couple games in the regular season, maybe 1 or 2, maybe a little more. Who knows? I hope. I wish the best for these two guys. But you never want to hope you see a lot from your practice squad unless some of the players are doing really good. Because if a lot of players are coming up from the practice squad, that means there's a lot of injuries. So you don't want to hope for injuries. You want to hope that these players have success, but you don't want to hope for injuries on the 53-man roster. So we want our guys to stay healthy, though. So that's a big thing. But I'm glad to have Johnny Johnson III and also Jacobi Francis. They call him Kobe Francis, though. Kobe Francis on the practice squad. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.